Hello everyone, good morning. It is currently Friday, August 15th, and your girl just finished her morning run. I had a tempo run today, so in case any of y'all are runners and are interested in what I do for tempo runs, I do a 15 minute warm-up, and then I do 3 by 6 minute intervals. And I know like everyone talks about zones and stuff. I don't follow that. Basically what I was told is you should maintain an effort to where you can talk but you can't complete a full sentence. Basically it's kind of a difficult thing to gauge because especially if you're running by yourself, but I typically try to keep to around my 8k 10k pace, and then you do a 15-minute cool down. So I think overall I did about 8 kilometers. So pretty proud of myself. I have a night shift today, or overnight shift, so today's actually just a 24-hour shift, so I don't have to stay all the way till tomorrow till 2 p.m. I just leave tomorrow at 8 a.m. so very exciting. But we have a lot of surgeries today, a lot of babies to receive, so it is going to be a day full of work. But my plan is to take you guys along with me, show you a little bit about a better look at how a night shift in pediatrics looks at my hospital. For my hospital, we don't have really a pediatrics rotation. It's more like neonatal medicine, so fetal medicine, and we deal with mostly newborns. So it's very cute, very adorable, very calming. I always find myself super sleepy when I'm with the babies. I don't know what it is, but anyway, I'm gonna head home, shower, drink a coconut water because your girl is feeling very tired, but I'm feeling very accomplished. I'm very proud of myself. I took 1 day of rest and recovery. That was yesterday, and I will have another day of rest and recovery tomorrow because I won't go running tomorrow, and then Sunday is my long run. So that's where we're at right now. So we're gonna go home and get clean and get ready for our rotation. When we think about improving our mental health, we often imagine big changes such as new habits, new goals, new commitments. But the truth is, one of the most powerful things we can do is actually simplify. A simplified routine doesn't mean stripping away the joy from life. It means creating a rhythm to our days that feels manageable, gentle, and supportive of our well-being. It's about removing the noise so our minds and bodies can find rest in the predictability of small intentional actions. Think about how many little decisions we make each day: what to eat, what to wear, when to study, when to rest. Each choice drains a little bit of our mental energy, and over time this leads to decision fatigue, stress, and even feelings of being overwhelmed. And a simplified routine protects us from that. It creates structure so we don't have to constantly reinvent our day, and instead we know what's coming. And that predictability frees our minds to focus on what truly matters. There's also something kind of deeply healing about stability. Waking up at the same time, having a morning ritual that grounds you, setting aside time for exercise, study, or reflection. These aren't just tasks, they're anchors. They remind us that even when life feels chaotic, we have touch points of calm we can return to. And those touch points reduce anxiety, improve sleep, and create space for our minds to recharge. Another powerful benefit of simplifying is that it helps us reconnect with the present moment. When our routines are cluttered with too many obligations, we tend to rush through the day in survival mode. But when we simplify, when we cut down on what doesn't serve us, we create space for awareness. A quiet cup of coffee in the morning, a short walk after lunch, a few minutes of journaling before bed, these simple practices bring us back to ourselves. And that presence is one of the most important pillars of mental health. And over time, a simplified routine builds consistency, and consistency builds self-trust. When you know you can show up for the little things each day, it strengthens your confidence to face bigger challenges. It sounds silly, I know, but I promise you. It also creates momentum, and mental health isn't about perfection, it's about balance. And when your daily structure is gentle but steady, you have a foundation that supports your growth even during difficult times. And the beauty of simplicity is that it's sustainable. You don't have to push yourself to extreme productivity or overcommitment to habits you can't maintain. Instead, you focus on what truly matters, which is nourishing your body, protecting your mind, and giving yourself the chance to rest. And in that space, you'll find clarity, energy, and peace. So remember that simplifying doesn't mean doing less, it means doing what's essential and doing it with intention. And I would say the most overlooked benefit of simplifying is this. It gives you back your time. When your days are no longer filled with constant rushing, multitasking, endless decision making, you suddenly have space. And that space you can use to connect with loved ones, explore new passions, and just use it to breathe. That space is healing, and it reminds us that life isn't about cramming in as much as possible. It's actually about making room for what's meaningful. Okay guys, so I did my skincare. I'm doing some studying right now. And it is currently 9:30. Your girl's kind of tired. We have surgery tomorrow at 7. So I'm probably going to turn in here in a little bit and try to get some sleep. But yeah. Okay guys, it is 11 and your girl is tired. So we are going to try to get some shut-eye before my surgery tomorrow at 7. Tomorrow is a very busy day, so I am hoping to get some good sleep before then. But yeah, you guys, overall a good day today. Not too much to do. Your girl is feeling very tired, but other than that, everything is good. I'm warm. I have my blankets and my sweater. It's a bit chilly here at the hospital, but yeah, overall good day today. Hoping to get into surgery. Surgery's at 7, so I have to be up like at 6:30 to prepare the bed, the warmer and stuff. So yeah. But anyways, I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, so we live in this world that tells us to move faster, to do more, to constantly chase the next goal. But sometimes the most powerful thing we do for our mental health and for our lives is to slow down. That's what I've been saying this entire video. Slowing down doesn't mean you're falling behind. It doesn't mean you're less ambitious or less capable. It's an act of strength, actually. And it's a choice to live intentionally instead of being swept away by the noise of constant urgency. When you slow down, you notice details that you usually rush past. The warmth of sunlight through the windows, the taste of our morning coffee, the sound of our own breath. These are probably things I can bet you do not think about. And it's these little moments, when fully experienced, ground us in the present and remind us what life is really about. And in that stillness, clarity begins to rise. We start to see which things truly matter and which things we can let go of. Slowing down also heals the mind. That constant busyness puts our nervous system on high alert, leaving us anxious, restless, and drained. But when we take a slower pace, walking instead of rushing, pausing instead of reacting, we give our body and mind permission to reset. We create room for calm, for focus, and for genuine peace. The irony is that when we slow down, we often end up moving forward with more strength. A calm mind makes clearer decisions. A rested body has more energy. A heart that takes time to breathe has more space for joy, love, and resilience. Slowing down doesn't stop your progress. It fuels it. So the next time you feel pressure to always be on the go, remind yourself life isn't a race, and the moments that matter most are often the ones we experience when we pause. Give yourself permission to slow down. Not only will your mental health thank you, but you may just discover that slowing down is what allows you to truly move forward.